Hi, Tim Schwartz here, head golf professional at Rosa Golf Course. I'd like to welcome everyone back to the golf tip of the week. I'd like to go over one of the more dreaded shots in golf today, give you a little drill on how to fix that and some things to think about when we see that shot. So after we do the golf tip, just do a little bit of update on the golf course as well. So I thought for today, for the golf tip, we'd work on, a lot of people don't even like to say the word, I know I don't, but it's the dreaded shank shot. So the first thing to understand is really what is happening when we hit that shot and what we can do to fix that. So it is a difficult shot to recover from sometimes, but if we can kind of look and understand what causes it, it's a little bit easier to fix. So the most common shank that is in the game that I see is what we call a hosel shank. So it's when the ball hits on the very, very inside of the heel of the golf club and even hits the hosel of the golf club, which is right here. So it's a little bit alarming when we hit one of these, as we're trying to hit the ball in the direction of this pole here, and the ball's going 90 degrees in that direction. So it's definitely a little scary when we see one of those, but so a couple things to watch for. So the first thing that causes this shot is a wide open club face. So, and the club gets open when we get it back to this point here. What I always like to do is look and see where the toe of the club, this part of the club, is pointed in about the halfway point of my backswing. So if we get here and the toe is pointed over in this direction, as that club comes back down, the first thing that ball is going to hit is going to be the hosel of the club. Okay, so that's the first thing to look at. So a little bit of a drill we can do with this shot, just to kind of check this, is just to do a waist high to waist high drill. So we're going to go waist high. We're going to just double check that the toe of the club is pointed upward, and then we're going to come back through the other way. So we're going to go waist high here, toes up, waist high here. Make sure that the toe is up on this side as well. So when we do this drill, it should look something like this. Here and here. And we know that we're doing this correctly because the ball's going to start out in a relatively straight direction. If we leave that club open, we're going to see it go way right. If we leave the club way open and we're going to shank it again, that ball's going to go way to the right. So that's the first thing we can look at. Second thing is, what we tend to do when we hit a shank, because the ball's going to the right, sometimes we feel like that getting a little bit closer to the ball is going to help the situation. So it actually makes this shot worse by getting closer to the ball. So if we're standing here with our hands really, really close to our body like this, we're starting with the hosel right behind the golf ball. Okay, so not the place we want to start at the address. So one thing we want to check is when we set up to the ball, I'm always looking at the distance between the end of the golf club and my left thigh, and I want about a fist width of space here. Even a little bit more is okay. So if we're about here, that's going to be fine. So we don't want anything more than that fist width of space. We definitely don't want less than that, especially if we're working on working ourselves out of the shank shot. So again, just checking that distance from the ball, making sure that we're good there, and hopefully that'll help you next time you're out there. Again, shank shot is definitely one of the scariest shots in golf. Between those two things there to work on, hopefully that'll help your game a little bit. So as far as the golf course goes, in the Back Nine Restaurant, Back Nine Restaurant is open every day of the week from 6 to 2 for breakfast and lunch. We have a limited menu from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. The golf course is open every day as well. The driving range is open every day as well. Please watch for any updates that we might have in regards to the golf course and the restaurant on our website, bellarosagolf.com, our Facebook page, and the Town of Frederick Facebook page as well. And thanks for tuning in.